friends, even Saul and Ari, about what's going on with Christine. Dayton and Brianna are sad and confused, and
Sister Wives scandal explodes like never before. Kody Brown, the once untouchable patriarch, is suddenly hospitalized with a terrifying cancer diagnosis, while whispers swirl that Robyn Brown may have secretly moved to seize the family's most precious possession, the property deeds. Hello friends, welcome back to GlowGossips USA, where we uncover the stories TLC doesn't want you to know. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more shocking updates, because today's revelation may change everything you thought you knew about the Browns. The Sister Wives family has always lived under the brightest spotlight, every argument, every heartbreak, every tear dissected by millions. Viewers have watched marriages crack, loyalties shift, jealousy boil over, and betrayals unfold in ways that often felt stranger than scripted drama. But no fan could have predicted this, Kody Brown, the man who once ruled his family with an iron grip, lying frail and vulnerable in a hospital bed as Robyn allegedly makes her quiet. Calculated moves to secure full control of the Brown empire. For years, critics accused Kody of funneling every ounce of his attention, money, and loyalty into Robyn, leaving Christine, Janelle, and Mary to fight over scraps. Now, with the patriarch weakened beyond recognition, insiders claim Robyn has wasted no time taking steps to protect herself and her children, even if it means grabbing far more than anyone expected. When word first spread that Kody had been rushed to the hospital after weeks of alarming fatigue and sudden weight loss, fans were stunned. Social media erupted with speculation. Was it stress? Was it his heart? But when an insider confirmed the diagnosis, cancer, every casual conversation turned into genuine fear. He hasn't looked well in months, one source whispered to entertainment outlets. He kept saying it was exhaustion, but then he started skipping filming, and that's when we knew something was deeply wrong. Once the cancer confirmation spread, headlines exploded and fan pages lit up with panic. Could the man who built his image on dominance and authority actually survive a battle this brutal? Inside the hospital, reality hit hard. Kody, a man who once demanded complete control over his wives and children, suddenly faced a disease that refused to bow to authority. He hated being seen in a hospital bed, another insider claimed. He kept saying this wasn't how he wanted people to remember him. He wanted to stay the decision-maker, the patriarch, the leader. But the truth was brutal. The decisions were now in the hands of doctors, nurses, and even his children who had stepped up while he was too weak to argue. Behind the scenes, Kody endured relentless biopsies, invasive scans, and grueling tests as whispers about his worsening condition spread. His hollowed face and drained expression in leaked photos only added fuel to speculation that his health was crumbling faster than anyone had admitted. And in those weak moments, his paranoia flared. He asked about the land, the deeds, the future of Coyote Pass. He kept asking if the property would still be his, one family acquaintance revealed. It was all he thought about. He didn't want his legacy divided while he was helpless. And that's where the story turns darker. While Kody clung to life in the hospital, sources allege Robyn wasn't just sitting by his side holding his hand. Instead, she was quietly meeting lawyers, digging into paperwork, and locating critical property documents. To the public, she appeared loyal, posting carefully crafted statements asking for privacy. But whispers insist that her loyalty was paired with cold calculation. She said it was about protecting her kids, a source explained, but the way she asked questions about deeds, trusts, and titles, it became clear she was preparing for a future without him. Reports claim Robyn eventually located the original property files, either in Kody's private office or through lawyers who already had them, before moving them into her possession. And while she told those close to her it was for safekeeping, critics point out the obvious. Whoever controls the papers controls the family's fortune. When word reached Christine, the reaction was volcanic. Christine, who had long accused Robyn of manipulating Kody and pushing the other wives aside, allegedly exploded with rage. Janelle, who once lived in an RV on Coyote Pass to prove her dedication to the land, reportedly felt crushed, her years of sacrifice suddenly at risk of being erased. Even Mary, long distant from the family chaos, was said to have been disgusted at the timing. One insider summed it up best. Kody was at his weakest, and instead of focusing on him, Robyn focused on the paperwork. Fans themselves were split. Some defended Robyn, calling her pragmatic and protective. Others tore her apart online, branding her selfish, calculating, and exactly who we always knew she was. The debate spilled across Reddit threads, Facebook groups, and Twitter storms. Some argued she was protecting her children, Others insisted she was robbing Kody's legacy right under his nose. And so, the family once again found itself fractured. Christine, Janelle, and Mary united in suspicion, Robyn standing alone with the deeds in hand, and Kody tethered to IVs and heart monitors, powerless to stop the storm building around him. His nightmare had become reality. The empire he built on control was now being carved up without his say. And as Robyn walked out of the attorney's office with the paperwork in her grasp, the Browns' story shifted from reality TV drama to a real-life war over loyalty, greed, and survival. This wasn't just another emotional feud. This was about hard ownership, money, and legacy. And for the first time in years, Christine and Janelle stopped talking about heartbreak and jealousy and started talking strategy. Both women, once fractured by Kody's favoritism, now found themselves aligned in an unlikely alliance. Christine wasted no time. Though she had remarried David Woolley and built a new life far from the drama, she wasn't about to let her children's inheritance slip away. She immediately called her lawyer, one insider revealed. Christine demanded answers. Could Robyn legally take the property documents? And was there any way she could cut Christine's kids out? Her lawyer reportedly assured her that as long as her children's names were tied to Coyote Pass, Robyn couldn't erase them outright. But the warning was clear. If Robyn held the documents and claimed Kody gave her authority, it could spiral into a messy legal nightmare. Christine left that meeting furious but laser-focused. If Robyn wanted a fight, Christine was ready to give her one. For Janelle, the betrayal hit like a dagger. She had sacrificed decades for the family dream, pouring her own money into Coyote Pass, even enduring the hardship of living in an RV on the land just to keep the vision alive. And now, hearing that Robyn allegedly shifted the documents, something inside Janelle snapped. She wasn't just angry, she was broken, a close friend said. But Janelle's heartbreak always turned into practicality. She quietly gathered bank records, contracts, receipts, hard evidence of every dollar she invested. And she too met with an attorney, determined to prove her rightful claim. Even Mary, long removed from the daily chaos, could not ignore Robyn's alleged maneuvering. Though she no longer wanted to live on Coyote Pass, fairness still mattered. Mary has always suspected Robyn manipulates Kody, an insider whispered. This time she saw it play out in the worst possible way. Reluctantly, she re-entered the battlefield. For the first time in years, Christine, Janelle, and Mary were aligned, an unexpected alliance fueled by fury and ready to take on Robyn head-on. Christine brought fire, Janelle brought evidence, and Mary brought persistence. Together, they began preparing a strategy that could take Robyn to court. But Robyn wasn't about to back down. Instead, she doubled down. Sources claim she kept visiting her lawyer, building her case as Kody's only legal wife. They left, I stayed. I'm the one who deserves to be protected, she allegedly told those close to her. Her argument? Christine, Janelle, and Mary forfeited their rights when they ended their spiritual marriages. Whether the courts would see it that way remained uncertain, but Robyn was determined to fight. Meanwhile, the Brown children were dragged into the middle of the crossfire. Christine's kids, especially Peden and McKelty, lashed out at Robyn online, calling her selfish and manipulative. Janelle's children, like Madison and Logan, expressed heartbreak that their mother's sacrifices might be erased. In contrast, Robyn's kids, Dayton, Aurora, and Brianna, defended their mother fiercely, arguing she was only trying to protect them if Kody's health collapsed. The children, like the wives, split into factions, two sides of the same broken coin. And then there was Kody, lying in his hospital bed watching his empire crumble. Sources close to him claimed he begged Robyn not to escalate. "Please, don't do this while I'm sick," he reportedly pleaded. But Robyn's response cut deep. "If you don't protect us now, no one will. Christine, Janelle, and Mary already left. You can't let them take everything." Those words shattered him. For years, he believed his patriarchal grip was unshakable. Now he realized his power was gone. By late summer, the lawyers were circling. Christine and Janelle allegedly prepared a joint claim to secure their stake in Coyote Pass, while Mary considered joining them. At the same time, Robyn's attorney began drafting documents to assert her right as Kody's only legal spouse, placing her at the center of any estate decisions if Kody's health declined further. The Browns were no longer just a fractured family. They were heading into a legal war. Fans, meanwhile, were electrified. On Twitter, one user declared, "The ex-wives teaming up is the spin-off we deserve." Robyn thought she could outplay them, but she might be in for the fight of her life. Another posted, "This is heartbreaking. Kody is sick. And instead of rallying around him, they're destroying each other over property. It's like watching a Shakespeare tragedy unfold. As the drama escalated, the Browns entered freefall. Kody's illness, Robyn's alleged maneuvering, and the ex-wife's furious retaliation had dismantled any illusion of unity. The dream of a united polygamous family had collapsed into a bitter property war. And hanging over it all was one haunting question. Would Kody even survive long enough to see how the battle ended? Tabloids devoured every leak. Sensational headlines screamed across gossip sites. Robyn seizes property deeds as Kody battles cancer. Christine and Janelle lawyer up. Meri joins forces against Robyn. The media spun Kody as the fallen patriarch, betrayed in his weakest moment, while Robyn was painted as either a cunning villain or a desperate mother. And fans, they turned the chaos into content. On TikTok, creators reenacted the saga with actors, Christine storming into a lawyer's office, Janelle flashing receipts, and Robyn sneaking out with manila folders marked property. Memes flooded Twitter, Robyn collecting deeds like infinity stones. The story was no longer just gossip. It had become global entertainment. And then, Christine broke her silence. On Instagram, she posted a subtle but scathing message. When someone takes advantage of another person's vulnerability, it reveals their true character. Families should unite in crisis, not tear apart. Fans immediately interpreted it as a direct shot at Robyn. Commenters praised her bravery. Christine is the only one telling the truth. Robyn is finally exposed. Not long after, Janelle added her own public statement. Unlike Christine's heartfelt tone, hers was blunt, practical, and pointed, proving that this war was only just beginning. I invested in that land. My children invested their future in that land. No one can erase the sacrifices we made. The truth will come out. With those searing words and a photo of her RV parked on Coyote Pass, Janelle lit a fire under the fan base. The image was a raw reminder of just how much she had sacrificed, living in an RV, battling weather, and enduring loneliness, for the dream Kody once sold her. Comments flooded her page within minutes. "You're the realest one, Janelle. Don't let Robyn get away with this." Support for her was overwhelming, and fans rallied like never before. Then came the shocker. Meri, normally silent, calculated, and cautious, finally broke her silence. She didn't mention property by name, but her words were sharp and unmistakable. It's amazing how some people show their true colors when the pressure is on. Integrity means doing the right thing even when no one is watching. For longtime viewers, this was a bombshell. Meri had always avoided public drama, but her decision to speak out now made one thing crystal clear. The ex-wives were uniting against Robyn. Robyn predictably played defense. Through a carefully worded spokesperson statement, she claimed, "My focus is entirely on Kody's health and our children's well-being. I will not engage in petty disputes. Any claims that I have acted inappropriately are false and deeply hurtful." But fans weren't buying it. "She always hides behind privacy when she's cornered," one critic tweeted. "If she has nothing to hide, then where are the documents?" As the drama exploded, media analysts began drawing comparisons. Some likened the Browns to Succession or Dynasty, a power struggle worthy of scripted television. Others compared the saga to the Kardashian-Jenner empire. Fame, fortune, betrayal, and empire building masked as family unity. "This isn't reality TV anymore," one analyst declared. "This is real money, real land, real legacy." Kody's illness adds urgency. If he dies, a court may decide the future of everything, and then the war truly begins. Fans took the vacuum of facts and filled it with wild theories. Some speculated Robyn had forged Kody's signature. Others believed Kody himself secretly handed her the deeds, trusting her more than anyone else. A darker theory claimed Robyn might even rewrite Kody's will while he lay too weak to object. No proof, but endless speculation. Exactly the kind of smoke that fans interpret as fire. Meanwhile, TLC stayed silent. Insiders leaked that cameras were rolling non-stop, capturing the implosion. Producers allegedly told staff they didn't need scripts. The Browns were giving them the most explosive season in franchise history. "This is gold," one network insider said. "This is the kind of scandal that keeps ratings alive." Behind the scenes, the ex-wives turned their grief into strategy. Christine, Janelle, and Meri reportedly began holding regular meetings, sometimes in person, sometimes via Zoom. Their goal wasn't friendship. It was survival. Christine brought passion and defiance. Janelle brought receipts and financial proof, and Meri brought persistence and the weight of her quiet but powerful name. Together, they became a force. They're not friends, an insider admitted, but right now they're allies. And that's stronger than friendship. Kody, however, stayed silent. His health kept him in bed, his energy too low to fight, his voice limited to vague statements filtered through family representatives. Insiders say he was torn between loyalty to Robyn and guilt over his ex-wife's anger. One friend put it bluntly, "He doesn't have the strength to deal with this. He just wants to live." Yet deep down, Kody knew that silence meant watching everything he built collapse and watching Robyn consolidate power unchecked. That thought terrified him. By this point, the Browns' private feud was a full-blown public war. Tabloids churned out daily headlines. Robyn seizes property while Kody battles cancer. Christine and Janelle lawyer up. Mary joins the fight. Gossip blogs painted Robyn as a thief. Mainstream outlets portrayed Kody as a fallen patriarch, and fan forums lit up with fury. Robyn's alleged name on property deeds was the spark, and now the fire was raging uncontrollably. Whispers claimed Robyn didn't stumble into ownership. She allegedly filed paperwork through her attorney, while Kody lay too sick to intervene, carving out Coyote Pass and other parcels for herself. Christine's reaction was cold but furious. Robyn always wanted the empire without the family that built it. Within weeks, lawyers for the ex-wives stormed courthouses, demanding transparency and accusing Robyn of theft under the guise of protection. Janelle especially was livid. She sacrificed her retirement for that land, only to watch Robyn swoop in and crown herself owner. Robyn's defense? She framed it as caretaking. She claimed she was safeguarding the assets while Kody was incapacitated. But critics immediately questioned, if it was truly about protection, why not involve the other wives? Why act only when Kody was too weak to stop her? To most, the answer was obvious: power. Fans were relentless. Hashtags like Tar Justice for Janelle and Yash Robyn the Thief trended across Twitter. "We always knew Robyn wanted it all," one fan posted. "She waited until Kody was down and then took the crown." Others argued she was protecting her kids in a world where everyone else had abandoned Kody. The battle lines were drawn, not just in courtrooms, but across the internet. In the hospital, Kody could only watch his family devour itself. "I built this dream for all of us," he allegedly whispered, "and now it's being carved up like meat at a feast." His children grew more divided. Janelle's boys, Gabe and Garrison, openly called Robyn a thief. Christine's daughter, Mykelti, torn in the middle, admitted the timing was gross and manipulative. Robyn's kids, however, clung to their mother's side. "Everyone hates her because she's strong," Aurora reportedly snapped. She's the one who stayed. The rift cut so deep it bled into hospital visits. One confrontation allegedly ended with Gabe refusing to look at Robyn, muttering "thief" under his breath. Robyn left in tears. Kody, caught between his wife and his son, was paralyzed with shame. Even Mary's child, Leon, who usually avoided public feuds, privately admitted, "It's all poison now. Every memory, every dream, poisoned by greed and betrayal." Their words echoed Mary's own heartbreak and deepened the sorrow that was spreading like wildfire. Robyn turned to the cameras. She cried in interviews, insisting she was misunderstood, claiming she was only preserving Kody's legacy for everyone. "People want me to be the villain," she sobbed, "but all I've done is love my husband and try to keep this family together." Some fans bought it. Others dismissed her tears as more of the crocodile tears Christine once mocked. And Kody? In the quiet of his